what to truck. Okay, you need to understand that you as a trucking company have to submit to the clearinghouse. All of your drivers have to submit to the clearinghouse. That way, like say for instance, and I'll give you an example, I've had people that have come to my trucking company, they have to go through the clearinghouse. You have to get those queries. Once you understand that kind of talk, and that's even further than where I want to really go right now, but as far as the clearinghouse, every company has to be registered with the clearinghouse, and that's where they display, okay, this driver has was employed with the company and he did not pass a drug test or something like that. So that's why you need to also submit to the clearinghouse. The drug consortiums, they actually help you with your drug and alcohol testing that's mandated and required through the FMCSA. So you have to have that. Your electronic log device, or ELD, is something that you have to have in your vehicle. We also have that on our resource sheet that we would actually send you via email, so that you can get signed up with that as well. So this is going to keep up with your hours. Of course, you know, with any driver, you have 70 hours in a week, you have 14-hour days, and you can only drive 11 hours. After 8 hours, they have to have a 30-minute break. So you need to understand the hours of service when you are talking ELD or electronic log device. You need to understand, okay, am I going to be the driver or am I hiring a driver? If that's the case, then you want to definitely set up yourself for success. One, for payroll, you want to also set yourself up, of course, with dispatching, things like that. We can assist you with all these things, including what you need to be doing as a owner operator. If you're just going to be paying yourself, that kind of thing, you need to set up your payroll. That way you can pay yourself as well as factoring. The factoring actually is something that, one, I would negotiate the rates when you set up with factoring. And then the factoring is basically, if you're a person, you don't have the reserves set aside right away, what you would actually do is set up with a factoring company. You can't set up with multiple factoring companies. You can only do it with one. And with the factoring company, you want to make sure you're not locking yourself into some long-term contract. You also want to make sure with the factoring company, see what the perks are with being with that factoring company. Also, like I said, negotiate your rates with the factoring company. What this is whether it's a brokerage or a carrier, the factoring company basically takes your invoices and they will pay them up front. So let's say, for instance, today your driver picked up a load and dropped the load today. You can submit it to the factoring company before a certain time, let's say 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. Then what'll happen is they'll pay you the next day or the day after, whenever. If you pay it after their cutoff time, then it'll be the next day. But more importantly, you can utilize the factoring to kind of help you to move your business. And then I would recommend, as you grow yourself or grow your business, then you can pull away from the factoring company. All right. You're going to get your insurance. I already talked about the insurance. Make sure they send the BMC 91 form. Make sure you get multiple quotes from different insurance agents. You want to make sure your agent is knowledgeable, of course, of the transportation industry, because again, a lot of insurance companies are looking to get into the transportation industry because, again, they want to know and basically make money. Like a lot of people that are getting into transportation, you got 1,000,001 dispatchers. Make sure that you are dealing with experts. Do not. And I'm just telling you for the sake of, and I know we all have to start somewhere, but you want people. I've never went to a dentist office and looked for a chef to come in and pull my teeth. So you want to make sure that you have experts, individuals that are not just reading something to tell you something. You want people, even people that are doing compliance, make sure that they are people that know what's going on, because you can have individuals that are saying they're doing something and they're not. So just make sure that you are connecting to the right people. Pay fees and get set up with your trucking accounts. Pre-plan for how you will keep up with your paperwork and be a realist about your expenses. So plan to make sure that you're going to be successful in this industry. And that's the problem that a lot of people are kind of lacking. They don't have a plan. They just listen to their friend that told them to get in the industry and they don't really understand. Get you a coach or mentor, pay for it. There's nothing wrong with it. You just need to make sure that when you're paying for it, that you are implementing and taking action. That's the biggest thing.